morning, young Groms. Right now we are headed down to the beach. We're actually meeting up with Alex, and yeah, we're stoked right now. So pretty wild. We are on the search to surf all 7 oceans and all 7 continents, and a little exciting news for right now, but we are going to be going to the South Pacific. Winter in New York is when the waves are firing, and the East Coast, like September and stuff, the fall, winter, and even like March in the spring, the waves fire. But then summer comes and things aren't as intense. But in the southern hemisphere, that's totally the opposite. Like, people head to Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nicaragua in the summer months because it faces the South Pacific, and the South Pacific really turns on and sends swell to like Southern California, Southern Hawaii, Fiji, Tahiti, like sends swell to the whole South Pacific. So yeah, this trip is gonna be super expensive, but we're going right down to the South Pacific, and I gotta be ready for some big waves. We might even be bringing the big board with us. So I'm doing a bunch of things. I'm running 2 miles every single day. I'm doing 14 reps of practice pop-ups times 3 sets every day. This will be day 3 so far. And yeah, it's pretty crazy, but the pop-ups are super powerful. Like, those are getting me a lot better at like popping up, and I think they'll really translate to some big wave surfing. You know, when you get hit by the white water, or like there's such an immense pressure on the board when you're popping up, even on a clean big wave. So I think the pop-ups are going to be a really good training technique, and just surfing, that's the third thing. I'm just going to try to surf as much as I can. Surfing big waves and doing it successfully takes like a ton of money, a ton of effort, and a ton of luck too. You have to be super prepared, and I'm not taking away the hard work of anyone who surfs big waves, but you have to be super lucky too. Like, swells, if you're gonna drop a lot of money, you just have to like hope those swells are as forecasted, and hope that like your life situation kind of works for those swells. So I would say becoming a doctor and becoming a resident would be like the worst plan for a big wave surfer, but I still have those dreams, and I think we might be able to accomplish them in the South Pacific. I got to catch a real wave at Mavericks, and I've gone to Jaws and got skunked. That was like a huge financial just loss, going to Jaws and not catching a real one and getting skunked. And I learned so many lessons, but they were very expensive lessons. But the fire is within me. I want to catch a big wave. I want to be in the right position. I want to use my knowledge of, you know, like the ocean, positioning, take off at the right point on the wave, and just get a massive like double overhead wall, triple overhead wall. And I think I might be able to do that at this next mission, but I got to make sure I'm prepared. But the fire is in me. I know I've only done 2 big wave missions in the last like 3 years, Jaws and Mavericks, but the desire and the opportunity is like getting stronger and stronger. I've always wanted, the desire has always been there, and the motivation's always been so high. And there's sometimes when I'm surfing and I feel like I'm so ready, but the money and the opportunity just isn't there. So right now, all we need is the opportunity. I'm feeling like physically, mentally, I'm ready, and I just need the opportunity. So stick with us, make sure to subscribe, because if that opportunity comes, it's gonna be epic, and you're not gonna wanna miss it. So that was a super fun session. Stayed out like a lot longer than I thought. We got up really early this morning. And yeah, I'm just getting the reps in. I loved that board that I was on. It's actually a Cline. All my boards are in the shop right now, or else it'd be on the Stealth. But yeah, this guy Cline, his shaper on Long Island, lent the board to Alex. And then Alex was like, yo, you want to try this thing? And I was like, whoa, this thing is sick. So I was having so much fun on it. And I'm a lot lighter right now. I'm about 220 pounds, and I just, you know, good paddle shape and everything, and I feel like I can get away riding a lot smaller boards. So that was a 5'11" fish, 2 7/8. So it's not like it was like 30 liters or something, but it might have been under 40 liters, which is pretty crazy. And yeah, it felt great. The board felt like a true skateboard. So I'm stoked on that session. Had to do some practice pop-ups. I got 7 more of my 14 times 3 sets. And yeah, I'm feeling great. Like, I'm feeling ready to surf a big wave. This is day 3 leading up to the Southern Hemi Slab Tour. You guys thought we were done. You guys thought that did all my trips, Morocco, Iceland, surfed a bunch of crazy slabs, left points, right points, and the Point Break and Slab Tour was over. But we got the grand finale coming too soon, and we're finishing it off in the Southern Hemisphere.